I think we'll go ahead and get started. Thanks so much for coming. I see some familiar faces from the last time I was here presenting. My name is Carissa Johnson, for those of you who weren't here a few months ago when I presented. I can't remember which topic we did. Does anybody remember the last time? Overcoming stress. Was it stress? I think it was. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Overcoming stress. Carissa Johnson with Stanford Health Plan. Thank you all for coming over your lunch hour. I really appreciate it. We're talking about mindfulness, as you know, today. And to start off, I want us just to we're going to stand up. I have a little brain teaser. And this task can really help just kind of refocus our attention back to the task that we're doing on hand. Really shows us how multitasking can slow down simple tasks. So if you want to just go ahead and stand up with me. This specific one is on, I'm going to actually grab a handout too, please. It is on your handout, so if you want to reference this for later, on the second page, what we're going to do is take our right hand and slap our left knee, left hand with our right knee. Okay, and so while we do this, we're going to say the letters of the alphabet and pair it with the number that it associates with. So for example, A1, B2, C3. I'm going to have you guys do it to yourself quietly. See how far along you can get. Most people can't make it all the way through, so that's okay. It's okay if you can't. If once we try it, I'll kind of get you back together and we'll do it together as a team once we do it to ourselves, okay? So go ahead and see how it goes for you. How's it going? I see a lot of concentration. Still going over here? Look at Anne. Okay. Did anybody make it all the way through? Anybody make it? It's going to be difficult, can't it? Okay, let's do it together as a group. See if we can make it all the way to the end, okay? So I'll say it out loud. A1, B2, 5, F6, 7, H8, I9, J10, K11, 13, N14, O15, P16, Q17, R18. I think it was S20. S20. T21. U22. B23. W. X25. Y. We were off. Shoot, we missed. Yeah, okay, that's okay. We were close, right? All right, thank you. You can sit back down. Thanks for participating. Okay, so why mindfulness? Does anybody want to tell me why you decided to come today? Why are we talking about mindfulness? Has anybody taken, I was talking with Anne, she has taken a course before. Has anybody else taken something like this? Or does anybody currently practice mindfulness in different areas of their life? Okay, just you, I guess, Anne. Great, okay. Well, mindfulness really focuses on these 6 dimensions of well-being, and I know we talked about this the last time with overcoming stress, how stress can play a big role in all these areas. So typically when we think of health and wellness, we just think of the physical dimension. Are we getting our exercise in, our fruits and vegetables? But really there are 5 other dimensions as well. The emotional dimension, career, community, social, financial, and which one did I miss? Career. Did I say career? Physical as the 6th one. Yes, absolutely. So when we practice mindfulness, this really helps to improve our overall well-being, all of these areas. It'll help lower our stress, improve our mood, our performance, our attention, helps us to identify habitual reactions and behaviors, increases our interconnectedness, our cooperation, compassion, and then it allows us to be more resilient to life's challenges that are thrown at us. We're a little bit, it's easier to bounce back from those tougher situations. Okay? So what is mindfulness? Well, it's really the state of being aware of something. Another definition looks at it as a state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment, so focusing right where you are, but calmly acknowledging and accepting your feelings, thoughts, bodily sensations used as a therapeutic technique. Okay, and I wanted to just cover a few misconceptions with mindfulness as well. A lot of people feel that it's religious, and it can be if you would like it to be, or it doesn't. You can, one way or another, it doesn't matter, but techniques are based on research and neuroscience that promote physical, emotional, and mental benefits. So you certainly can incorporate it into a religious practice if you wish as well. Another one is that you have to sit still or do absolutely nothing. Well, some of these that we're going to go over, we will be sitting still, but we can also use these to enhance activity and use movement with them as well. Third, the misconception is that we have to have an empty mind. Mindfulness actually helps us become aware of our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions. So we don't simply have to have an empty mind every single time. Okay, fourth is that the misconception is that we have to detach from those around us. And what mindfulness does, what we just talked about, is it actually helps with our relationships, that interconnectedness, increases our awareness and ability to connect with those around us. And then lastly, the misconception that it provides an instant calm. Most of these do, you'll see those benefits, but the benefits do come with regular practice. Just like exercise, sometimes it might feel really great, sometimes you won't feel like doing it, but when you do, you probably will be. Just like exercise, you'll be thankful that you did. Okay, and so this is a 4-week series. You're welcome to come back to the rest of them, or if this is the only one that works, that doesn't matter. But what we're going to be focusing on today is breaking the stress cycle. So we're focusing on our breath and our body. The second session is all about focus, so concentration, self-discipline. Third is awareness. And then our last week, we're talking about self-care, compassion, teamwork. Okay, so come to as many as you can. They do build a little bit off each other. Each week I'll have, at the end of this, we're going to kind of set a few goals on what techniques we're going to be practicing throughout the week. And then I'll have you reflect back, so when we meet again the next session, reflect back on that week. So bring your sheet back if you can, and I'll also have a new sheet for you too each time. Okay, so let's just dive in. On the first page there, does everybody have a pen? I think I was handing them out. Okay, let's just check in with where we're at. There's many different emotions that we experience throughout the day, throughout the week. Go ahead and just identify. We'll take maybe just a couple minutes. What are your symptoms of stress? Go ahead and identify that. Write it down, or just think in your head about what those might be. Headache, worry, insomnia. What does that look like for you? Okay, we'll maybe just take another 30 seconds. Okay. So that last question, what would you gain by improving any of these areas? Does anybody want to share what they wrote down for that question? By practicing mindfulness, what areas in your life would this impact, or what maybe would you experience if you are able to do these?
More productive.
Yeah, yep. I'm productive at work, at home, everywhere. Yep. Yeah, for sure. That's a big one.
Less distraction.
Less distractions. Yep, absolutely. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so let's dive in then to our material. So we're going to be talking about stress, distraction, impulses, like you mentioned, distraction. All of that surrounds us, all the time, every day. Really pulls us in all different directions. The more stressed we are, really wires our brain to stress more. So if we're able to stop it in its tracks, practicing these breathing techniques that we're going to be going over next can really help us to move forward with the next task at hand. It leaves us feeling like we're on autopilot. And then we know that stress, when we aren't managing it, it can lead to sickness. We get run down, our immune system is depressed, and it can lead to chronic disease. So breathing and movement is what we're going to be focusing on. Helps decrease those stress hormones, helps synchronize our body and our mind, brings our mind back to our body again, we're aligned again, and allows us to move into recovery mode. So now we'll get to do some of these techniques. So they're all on the second page. The first one is an abdominal breathing. So just a simple basic, placing one hand on your belly, one on your chest. So we'll kind of do these all together. We'll walk through these. Take a slow breath through your nose, allowing your belly to come out, lengthening up through your spine. And you're going to exhale back out through your nose. So you're inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. We're going to do 3 cycles of this. So go ahead and just inhale through your nose. Exhale back out, pushing your air out completely. Go ahead and continue to do couple more cycles. Over time, this stress leads it to short, choppy, shallow breathing, so it's important that we really focus on those deep abdominal breaths. How does that one feel for you guys? You almost feel that instant calming feeling right away. Okay, there's a couple counting methods that we can do. The first is inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. So let's do 3 cycles of that. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Another one we can do is after each time we inhale and exhale, we're going to count. So inhale, exhale, that's 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Let's see if we can do 5 cycles of that. Inhale, exhale, that's one round. So go ahead and just do up to 5. Okay. Great. We'll do the alternate nostril. I saw. Did you ladies try that one out yet? This one's. Yeah. If you. Yeah. If you're clogged up, this one might not work so well. This one's an interesting one, but it has great benefits. Cover your right nostril with your right thumb, and then you inhale through your left nostril, and then you switch and cover your left nostril with your right index finger. Exhale back out the right side. And then inhale, switch, exhale back out that opposite one. It can be a little bit confusing. It is on your sheet if you want to reread it. Cover your right nostril with your right thumb. Inhale through your left nostril. Switch to your right index finger and breathe back out that side. So I'm talking, so probably it's hard to concentrate, but I'll let you guys do, let's do 2 cycles of that. Have you done that one before, Anne? I haven't. Okay. Mm-hmm. It is different, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, in a good way. Yeah. What were your other what is other people's thoughts on that one? How was that one for you? Different, huh? Might take a little while to get used to. Okay. Let's do the synchronizing breath to movement. This really helps to activate our relaxation response. We're just going to do it while we're sitting. We're going to exhale and we're going to round our spine. Exhale, round our spine, and inhale, we're going to arch our backs. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, arch your back. And so you can do this down on your hands and knees as well. It might be a little bit easier to get that arch in. But while you're sitting just at your desk, you can certainly synchronize your breath to that movement. Do a couple more cycles of that one. Okay, the other one that we can do is when we inhale, we raise our hands. Exhale, you lower your hands down. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hands. So you're synchronizing your hands with your breath. Awesome. Good job, guys. Okay, this one might be a little bit easier. Let's see, is this the raising your hands? Oh, that's the cross lateral. Okay, so the cross lateral movements, we did do, that's the A1, B2, C3. The other one you can do is while you're sitting down, your right elbow to your left knee, and then you extend your leg. So it suggests it on your hands and knees, but we could also do right elbow and then just extend it while you're sitting down. Left elbow and then extend. Go ahead and see, maybe that one's too awkward while sitting. Feel like a cheerleader maybe. That one might work better when we're down on all fours where we can extend it. Thanks for trying. Okay, and then lastly, regular activities. So we know we can incorporate these practices into that. Okay, so go ahead and flip to the next page. Mine are a little bit, you guys all have the same? Oh,
Are they all different?
Yeah, these are the wrong. These are all combined together. There was only supposed to be one at a time.
Huh.
I'll have to bring back the.
I wonder if what we grabbed in that, but yeah.
You guys don't have that page, do you? Okay, sorry about that. See if my other ones, I have a few more in here. There's a reflection page. Let's see if this one has it. No, these are the same too. Okay. Well, maybe just jot down on your handout, if there's any room, maybe just right below on page 2. The goal would be then to practice abdominal breathing once per day. Go ahead and see if you can identify a time when that would fit into your week. Some of you guys have it? Okay, sorry.
I wonder if those are the ones that were on top because the yellow sticker.
Okay.
Could be what was on top and you just hear the rest of them.
I presented one that they wanted everyone all in one, and so then I put them all together, and so some of these have that, so I apologize. Raise your hand if you don't have that page. You guys all have it? Oh, good. Okay, well mine isn't the right thing, so. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and just reflect. I think we have a few minutes left. Identify when that'll work into your schedule. Practice cross-lateral or breath synchronization movement once per day. Do you have it on yours?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yep. What else does it ask about again? Identify a stressor and then technique. Okay. And then the last question, identify a stressor and see if you can identify what technique you might want to use for that specific stress that you have in your life. And perhaps some of these techniques you might just use when you don't know. Some situation might come up and then you'll use it, and so you might not know when to identify that. But a lot of these you can just practice throughout the day at any time. Start to get into that habit of practicing them. Okay, and then next week we'll talk about focus, so concentration, self-discipline. Does anybody have questions on what we went over today? Questions, thoughts, comments? Anything that we should repeat and try practice again, or do you guys feel like you have a good grasp on all of them? Which ones were your favorite? ABC, yeah, that one was a fun one, wasn't it? Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming. That wraps up our session. Hopefully you'll be able to identify and figure out some times where you can use these into your day. We will reflect back next week, so if you're able to come, see if you can practice this so we can talk about it for our next session. Thanks. Yeah.